What's up, guys? Welcome back to 365 Days of Fitness. Today is a little bit of a special day. It is our 50th episode. Yay! I figured today would be a great day to go over the results that I've had so far, maybe discuss some of the things that I've learned, and maybe do some goal adjustments based on my results. All right, sounds good? Let's get to it. Starting with my results, on day 1 I weighed in at 82.2 kilograms, and now on day 50 I'm down to 76.3 kilograms. That translates to me losing a total of 5.9 kilograms so far in 50 days, which is about 0.8 kilograms lost on average every single week, or about 13 pounds lost throughout this whole journey, and that's about 1.8 pounds lost per week on average. Moving on to my waist, I measured in at 96.0 centimeters, and now today, after 50 days, I'm down to 88.0 centimeters all the way around. So a total loss of 8 centimeters around my waist, which is pretty good. It averages out to a little bit more than losing 1 centimeter on my waist every single week. Overall, this is a pretty good start to my journey. I mean, losing 13 pounds in 50 days, I mean, that's pretty good. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that. But I do know that there is room for improvement. And that leads me right into talking about the things that I've learned so far in my journey. I know it's only been 50 days, but there's still a few things that I've picked up on and some things that I'd like to share with you guys. The first thing, and probably the most important thing that I've learned, is that for me, working out is super easy, but sticking to healthy, nutritious eating habits is extremely difficult. For me, going to the gym or putting on the boxing gloves or rolling around the jiu-jitsu mat, working on the basement, all that stuff is super easy. I love doing it, I'm motivated to do it, and I look forward to doing it every single day. That stuff's easy, but breaking the bad habits that I've had for years and years of my life in terms of eating bad foods like pizza, ice cream, chips, pop, all that stuff, like my body's programmed to want that stuff and to consume as much of it as possible, and to make sure you have enough time to cook alternative foods that are healthy for you, that have enough greens in it, vegetables and all your fruits and all that healthy, nutritious stuff that your body needs. That stuff is difficult and time consuming to make and to prep. So it's a very hard thing to do, in my opinion anyways, for me, to switch over from the bad foods to the healthy foods. And the second thing that I've learned, and I've already talked about this before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, is that weighing yourself every single day really plays with your mind. I mean, there's so much going on other than just losing fat and losing weight. I mean, there's how much water is inside your body. Are you bloated or not? Or do you have extra gas going on? Are you putting on muscle? There's so much factors that affect what numbers on the scale that seeing the fluctuations on a day-to-day basis and basing that on how well you're doing, it just messes with your mind, and I recommend that you just don't do that. But for me, I'm just doing it for scientific reasons because I want to track a whole bunch of things on a day-to-day basis, and at the whole end of this 365 journey, you guys are going to see the whole results of all that stuff. But I'm going to keep doing it, but I hate doing it so much. I wish I could just go on the scale and then it just records and then I don't even see the number because it's driving me insane, but for science. The third thing that I learned is to be realistic in the goals that you set throughout your weight loss journey. For me, my first goal was to just get down to a certain weight. I wanted to go from like 185 or whatever I was down to like 145, and I gave myself, I think, 12 weeks to do that. So that was like 40 pounds in 12 weeks. And that averaged out to like losing about 3.2 to 3.5 pounds a week. Now, it sounded good in theory at the time, but looking back at it now, it was a bit too aggressive and a little bit too ambitious and too unrealistic. So it's important to set goals that you think that you can hit and that you can manage. So that way, when you do hit them, you feel good about yourself. Or that if you find yourself behind in your goals, that you don't get too discouraged and too down on yourself for feeling like you're not doing a good job. Speaking of goals, there are a couple things now that I want to adjust based on my results. Number one is my target weight. So I want to get down to 145 pounds about. That is my kind of ideal weight that I think that I should be at given my height. So to get to this weight, I need to lose about 23 pounds. And I'm going to give myself 10 weeks to do it. And that's an average of losing 2.3 pounds a week. So as I said before, I was at 1.8 pounds lost every single week on average, and I know there's room for improvement, especially with my nutrition. So I'm gonna up my game just a little bit, an extra half a pound a week in order to reach that goal. And I think for me, I think that's attainable. The second goal that I want to achieve, again in about 10 weeks, is to do a completely free handstand for about 10 to 15 seconds or so. So no aiding on walls, no nothing, just go from regular, onto my hands and bloop, flip up, do a handstand. Pretty simple. Well, actually, it's not simple at all. I've been having a hard time with it, but for 10 seconds in 10 weeks, I think I could do that. The third and final goal that I set myself to accomplish in the next 10 weeks is to be able to do 3 sets of 10 perfect pull-ups. Right now, I could do maybe 5 or 6 pull-ups, and then the next sets, it's like 2 or maybe 1 or whatever. So not very much. So 10 weeks, I'm hoping that I can build enough strength to be able to do 3 perfect sets of 10. So to summarize my first 50 days of this journey, well, I'm pretty happy with my results so far. Things are going pretty good in that aspect. I could be doing better though, especially in my nutrition. So that's something I'm gonna have to work on. I absolutely hate weighing myself every day. That is a big pain in my ass. I love working out and I love exercising, so that is going really well. And overall, doing these videos and this whole journey has been a huge positive impact in my life, and I'm so happy I'm doing it, and I'm glad that you guys are along for the ride. And on that note, guys, I think I'll end the video right here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. If there's anything you'd like to see me talk about in these videos or do or whatever, just let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thanks, Tristan.
Welcome.
All right.